From Denver 7, Mike Landis and Trujillo. 10 minutes of non-stop news starts now.
An Arapahoe County teacher who lost his job when he was charged with sexual assault on a child says he wants that job back now that he's been found not guilty.
Randy Zimmerman says the 20-month period between his arrest and his exoneration was the hardest time of his life. 7 News reporter Hendrik Sabrandi spoke with Zimmerman this afternoon. And Hendrik, you first reported his arrest.
Well, that's right, Mike and Ann, on June 4th, 2001. It's the kind of news that gets front-page treatment when it first happens and often gets buried if or when the defendant is cleared. Randy Zimmerman nearly lost his freedom as a result of these charges. Turns out all he lost was his reputation.
Those first few days after the arrest, following the media coverage, was as hard as it could possibly be.
Suspect. That's what Randy Zimmerman became that day. The Morachick Middle School assistant principal found himself accused of 25 counts of sexual assault on a child. He was stunned.
Like I say, I just never imagined this would happen to me.
The accuser was a woman who was in her early teens when she knew Zimmerman back in the early 1990s. He befriended her when he was a youth pastor. Although 15 counts were thrown out before trial, he had to prove his innocence on the 10 that were left.
It's hard to prove a universal negative from 10 years ago.
Still,
she said that stuff had happened to her at the age of 12, and I was able to prove that I'd never come in contact with this person at the age of 12.
Zimmerman's attorney says the investigation of his client probably should have been more thorough.
There is human error in investigations, and on both the side of the prosecution and the defense.
It came down, of course, to the jury, which deliberated for several days, during which time Zimmerman tried to prepare his family.
I never imagined that I would be talking with my two sons about the idea of Dad going away to prison. They said, "We know you're innocent, Dad, and we know you're going to come home."
He came home on Tuesday. He's off a 20-month roller coaster and thinking about his future as a teacher, or maybe even, he says, a criminal defense attorney.
I don't mean to sound corny or anything, but I've learned to appreciate every aspect of life. I'm just glad this ordeal is over and that I can move on with my life.
Tonight, Aurora Public Schools says Zimmerman is eligible to reapply for his old job. It says, quote, "We would consider all circumstances carefully." Zimmerman believes there's no reason why he shouldn't be able to resume the life he led before.